So this entire Diddy trial, it is definitely triggering, to say the least. I am really sensitive about topics as it relates to any form of abuse, human trafficking, racism, sexism, things of that nature. I'm really sensitive to it, and I'm also really passionate about justice being an outcome. And through watching little things about the trial, reading the headlines, of course, following my good sis Lauren LaRosa, who always keeps us updated on the latest, hearing about the recent witness that came forward in regards to Cassie asking him to urinate in her mouth while Diddy was watching. It's extremely disturbing, but it's also baffling to me to see the mindset, and not only the mindset, but the genuine heart posture of human beings, and the responses and the feedback that is being put into the world, right? Everybody has commentary, everybody has opinion, everybody's opinion is valid because people can express how they choose to express, which is what I'm doing in the moment. But it's just the mindset and the heart posture of humans and the way in which they respond. You could tell people who are uneducated on abuse, right? Uneducated on manipulation, uneducated on trafficking, uneducated on liars and pathological liars, all of those types of things. You can tell people who are uneducated, and usually people who have not experienced it in any shape or form are usually individuals who are speaking, and when they speak, they are just like so insensitive. They lack knowledge. And of course, they lack credibility, right? Because they've had no experience. So you are commenting on things that you have no experience. And it's a blessing that you don't have experience with it. But the world lacks empathy. But we know that. And just the comments on that alone is just mind-blowing. And not only is it mind-blowing, but it can also be life-altering. And the reason why I say that is because people who experience things like abuse, right, and the different nuances that play into abuse, they are seeing people in the public eye who are experiencing these things, and they are seeing how humanity responds, right? And depending on the response of humanity, it sometimes encourages, right, others to be more boisterous, right? But then on the other hand, seeing as though how humanity responds to certain things, it also turns people away from expressing their authentic emotions, and they don't want to talk about what they're going through. They don't want to come forward. It ultimately deters them from sharing their actual experience, right? It deters them from sharing that they're experiencing abuse, right? They're afraid to even come forward. And I see all the commentary saying that Cassie, she's with the kinky stuff. She wanted the man to urinate in her mouth. Lord Jesus. I cannot wait to educate people on the spirit that Diddy embodies and the types of men that embody the spirit. We're talking beyond just, oh, he gaslit me. And that's not even nothing to just blow off either. But we're dealing with like real life walking warlocks. Y'all have no idea. And in Diddy's case, I don't know if he's a warlock. You know, I know what warlocks are. I don't know. He's not giving 100% warlock vibe, because people think that warlocks don't exist, that witches and warlocks don't exist, that witchcraft don't exist. But I am here to tell you that it does. People also don't Like, y'all just think that, oh, heaven, hell, I believe in Jesus, but don't really be believing in these things, right? You're just saying it, right? But no, heaven and hell is real. And guess what? Demons are as well. And they are roaming the earth. And some of them you may have dated. People are literal hosts for the enemy. That means that they operate and they work for the devil. They know what they're doing, right? They might not have known what they were doing when they got themselves into it, but here we are. And y'all are trying to literally abuse the victims that have already been abused because you simply lack knowledge. I know y'all parents have taught you guys to be quiet. When you don't know something. I know I was taught that. Close your mouth. You don't know what you're talking about. So stop speaking on things that you know nothing about. Right? And that's just how I feel as it pertains to people speaking on abuse and not knowing the depths of what goes into it. It gets really deep. And to say that she wanted that man to urinate in her mouth, to say that her literal heart posture desired that. Yes, people are kinky. Yes, people do things. But y'all need to look at the fruit and look at these trees. You see the type of tree and the fruit that Cassie has birthed, right? You see the type of tree and the type of fruit that Diddy has birthed. That should be your answer. Child, I'm done with it. We'll talk about it later.